The Devon versus Levan rematch is a little over 2 months away, and finally the time has arrived. Devon has started his trash talks and his mind games to intimidate and worry his opponent Levan Saginashvili. But the big question is, just like the last time, are these mind games going to fail? Hello ARMWRESTLING fans, I'm Pradeep from ARMWRESTLING News. Let's discuss Devon's recent 151-pound lift. Then what's next for Devon Larratt? Wagner Bortolato's comments about his injury, and is he going to be 100% to compete at King of the Table? Denis Siplenkov's training tips for new beginners, Irakli Zirakashvili's bicep lift, and finally some East versus West qualifier updates. So let's start. A day after Levan posted his 70 kilos, which is 154-pound pronation lift, Devon also uploaded a video on his YouTube channel, and he made sure to let us know that this was the last workout of the day for him. So he was considerably tired when the time he attempted this lift, and yet 51 kilos lifted from the ground pretty comfortably, pretty easily. So Devon is kind of making a statement here, but he's not getting into that who can lift more battle against Levan Saginashvili. He knows it is going to be difficult to beat Levan, although that's his favorite lift. That's why Devon is close to Levan in this lift, but he wouldn't risk an injury by going all out. As we have already discussed, Devon does this lift probably a dozen times in a day. So clearly it is not his 1 rep max. Maybe he can add another 7-8 pounds to that if he wants. But so can Levan Saginashvili, and I think the match is too close for us fans to demand a who can lift more battle, who can lift more face-off between these two. That can be saved for some other day, some other month. And then the mind games from Devon. Devon said that he's going to be doing some rehab workout for a very long time because it's 6 rounds of work, so that I'm not the one gassing out, needing an oxygen mask just to survive. I wouldn't want that to happen. That would be embarrassing if I needed an oxygen mask between rounds. It's one thing to be strong, it's another thing to be able to go the distance.
Levan matched my pronation lift. Well, guess what? I'm matching his oxygen intake that he needs just to stand up. See how easy it is for me? All day I can breathe this oxygen.
So clearly, Devon is mocking Levan Saginashvili from the Hermes Gasparini match. And now, when I think more about that situation, I've actually thought about it multiple times. Me and some others as well kind of overreacted to Levan Saginashvili quitting the last 2 rounds against Hermes Gasparini. Yes, we kind of wanted to see the dominant guy come back to the table and not lose any single round, just like he had never lost it before. But he had already won 4-0, he was under no obligation to compete after that. We must consider these facts as well. But Devon's endurance is much better than Hermes Gasparini, or at least we are assuming so until now. So in that case, Levan won't be able to return to the table, or even if he does, he won't be able to do much to Devon if Devon stops Levan for such long times as Hermes Gasparini did. And Levan has further responded to this situation. Levan's response to Devon's last interview remarks. Devon likes to break his opponents mentally, spiritually, and physically. But he knows that I have broken him into pieces. And recently, by lifting heavier than him in his specific move, I broke one more piece from his mind and soul. Levan Saginashvili. It looks like Levan was asked to make a response like that. Well, the words are for sure his, but maybe somebody asked him to give a response to Devon Larratt's video. But anyways, it's cool to see these guys speeding up the promotion, the hype of their upcoming super match. The photo selection of Levan Saginashvili in this post could have been a little bit better. That was the teddy bear version of Levan that showed up at East vs West End. Now he's much more intimidating. Wagner Bortolato was interviewed by Coach Ray. He shared some insights about his career that I never knew about. He said that he was an alcoholic already by the age of 19, and to overcome that addiction, he resorted to arm wrestling, and by the age of 26, he became a world champion. So truly an inspiring story. He said that when he tore his muscle between his pectoral muscle and his bicep, it's still not healed up. Clearly there's kind of a dent there, but it is not hurting his left side of the body, or maybe it's not hurting him at all. Clearly he's not 100% according to himself, but he will try to give his best because he's not feeling any pain as of now. The Tobias Sparong match is going to be interesting. I will have Tobias as the favorite because Hermes was able to top roll Wagner and Tobias is a better top roller. But Hermes Gasparini's top roll comes from a lower height, which is good enough with his side pressure combined to that to knock Wagner off center to not let him engage his press. But Tobias has a very long arm, and against long arm top rollers, it may be a little more convenient to get into your flop press. That's why Wagner can cause some trouble, but we'll have to wait and see. And Wagner said that his favorite match so far was the Devon Larratt match. Despite losing that super match, in his mind, in the fans' mind, he kind of won. And yes, that was a really entertaining match. Denis Siplenkov's small video was uploaded on Denis Vok YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description. So there wasn't much stuff about the popular arm wrestlers or some popular matches in that video. But if you are a beginner and you want to learn from Denis Siplenkov, you want to know his mindset about training, then you should watch that video. Irakli Zerakashvili uploaded a story on his Instagram where he was curling 110 kilos with relative ease and the range of motion was also really great. I shared this video because I remember one thing from Todzilla. He said that these Georgians keep on doing these bicep curls and clearly it is working for them. They have proven themselves to be kind of ahead of the rest of the pack if we consider one single country. So maybe these bicep curls do work overall. And the Georgians and Irakli Zerakashvili especially are the master of it. Irakli is pound for pound the best when it comes to bicep curls. And finally, some updates about the upcoming East versus West qualifiers. In the future, I'll link all of them in one place. Today, we will talk about 3 of them. Angry Bird Championship in Buffalo, New York on March 16th. East versus West Asia qualifiers in Philippines on March 24. Babaev's Cup in Zurich on June 15th. That's it for this video. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again.